Well, hello everybody and welcome along to Only Leeds Bros for the match build-up. Next up for Leeds United is a home game at ELLANDROAD and we face Millwall. Massive game on Wednesday night. In the show, we'll get into the latest team news and injury concerns surrounding the squad. We'll also speak about opposition watch and a bit of a fact file on Millwall and things we do have to watch out for. We'll also speak about our predicted lineups ahead of the game. We'll get yourself and Dylan's thoughts on that one, and then our score predictions as well. So do let us know your score predictions and your predicted lineup in the comment box below. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to slap a like on the video and hit subscribe to the channel. We're very, very close to that 2K mark there. We're about 100 subscribers off that. So if you haven't done so already, please slap a like on the video and hit subscribe to the channel. It would really, really would help us out. Before we get into the video, we'll check in on the brother. Dillo, how are you keeping?
Bit more perky there. Bit more perky. Optimistic.
Have to look forward
nervous,
now, don't we? Have to look forward.
Nervous. Won't sleep tonight. Look, I'm trying to be positive as much as I can. I'm just nervous. I feel like it's a bit of a dagger to the heart sort of stuff, considering West Brom, I was a bit let down, but I said, look, it's a point on, I'll take it. But now, Portsmouth. But look, at the end of the day, that's football. That's how it goes. Just hopefully we don't slip like we did last season. But like, you have to give praise to Portsmouth as well, don't you? I think they played phenomenal. They set out with a game plan and frustrated us, and didn't help with Pirro missing two sitters. And anyway, look, we move on.
It's in the past, and look, it's only 4 losses still in this season. So I'm going to say, look, we'll park it, we leave it, we move on, and a massive game against Millwall and QPR coming up. So Dylan, give us the latest team news and injury concerns ahead of the game at Millwall.
Yeah, straight off the back, guys, I watched the presser earlier on today. I watched it twice, actually. Yeah, injury concerns, a few knocks, a few bangs, nothing too major. Full squad that he had against Portsmouth should be the same with subs and starting 11. So that's a good bit of positivity. He was just touching on more or less about, Tanaka's performance, Bogle's performance, more or less in a nice way. He did say that they did drop in performance, but mostly he's just motivating them and trying to get the confidence back up there. To be honest with you, I looked at the vibe that I'm getting off him. He's a bit, how would you say, he looked a bit nervous now. I'm not going to lie, that was the vibe I got. Just on his facial expressions and the way he was, delivering on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm confident we do, Dylan. I really am. Let's take a look into Millwall opposition fact file here for Millwall. So, goal score for Millwall, they've 38 goals scored in 40 league games. That's averaging of 0.95 goals per game. Goals conceded, 53 goals over the same number of matches, averaging 1.33 goals conceded per game. The goal difference then, this results in them with a minus 15 goal difference this season. So they do concede goals. Looking into their clean sheets then as well, Millwall have managed to keep 12 clean sheets across all competitions this season. So a bit of a mixed bag. They do know how to defend, they don't know how to pick up clean sheets, but they can also be vulnerable as well. So that's something hopefully Leeds United can exploit at ELLANDROAD on Wednesday night. The player contributions then, assist leaders will be George Saville and Zane Fleming. They lead the team with 4 assists each, followed by Tom Bradshaw. He has 3 assists for them this season. And the most appearances for them is Zane Fleming, who is the most consistent player for Millwall this season. 40 appearances so far for him this season. And they do sit 12th in the championship table. Let's have a look into their recent form then. So this is what it looks like for Millwall. 1-1 draw at Portsmouth. 1-0 win picked up against Derby. A 3-1 loss to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. A 2-0 loss to Bristol City. And then a 2-1 win in their last outing then against Watford. Last 3 head-to-heads, we know obviously twice we faced Millwall this season, one in the FA Cup, one in the league. We lost 1-0 in the league and then 2-0 then in the FA Cup when they trounced us out. And then March 24, then Leeds United did pick up a 2-0 win. So definitely a bit of a mixed bag. Don't really seem to be high-scoring games, notoriously, between Leeds and Millwall, Dylan. But yeah, let's just hope Leeds United can score a couple on Wednesday night and back to winning ways.
Well, we definitely deserve it to a certain degree. I think we owe it to ourselves and to the fans. The players itself, FARC, and then just down to every individual fan for Leeds United to smash Millwall now at home on Wednesday, to right the wrongs of Portsmouth and bounce back with a positive vibe. Let's put it that way. I know that's not really my vibe. I usually be the one that does be panicking and throwing everything out the window. I'm not there yet. Look, I'm nervous. I'm always going to be nervous. I'm that Leeds fan at the end of the day. But we do owe it to ourselves, and we need to keep grinding out these wins. We're so close. See the finish line in the distance. Let's just go and do it, and do it for the right reasons. And
Mm.
look, what an outing it's going to be at the end of the season when we cross the line and lift that cup, and
Mm.
we'll be all
I
there.
think this is it, Dylan. Like it's these games where you have to stand up and be counted now, isn't it? It's these games where you need to have that kind of the mentality monster to come back and do it again. When you've been kicked and you're down, and we obviously spoke with Charlie as well on over in chatting Leeds, and we said it as well, is that you have to be able to bounce back. And there's times that you learn more from a loss than what you do from a win. And it probably felt like, if we're all honest with ourselves as Leeds fans, since Sunderland, Sheffield United, and West Brom, the performance level hasn't been great. We've got out of jail
Mhm.
against Sunderland and Sheffield United, granted, and it kind of papered over the cracks a little bit,
Yeah,
in my opinion. West Brom as well, we got out of jail as well. Really, they could have been 2-0 up if Swift scored the chance as well. So there was a couple of things that were kind of going our way in them
yeah.
three games. And yeah, against Portsmouth. And that's what happens. You can't keep consistently, be below par and be below performance and constantly expect to win games. It does eventually catch up with you. And that's exactly what it did against Portsmouth, Dylan. So you hope now there's a bit of a shining light, in the dark clouds here, that we've lost the game. It gives the players a little bit of a kick. It is not played saying, get your heads down, go again. Nothing's won yet. And it's massive. And we've obviously spoke about it. Burnley and Millwall do play as well. Well, this will be coming out tomorrow day. So it'll be tomorrow night. So if they pick up wins there, essentially by the time Leeds United even kick a ball against Millwall, we're third in the table then when we were 5 points clear. So it's up to the players and Daniel Farke how they deal with that pressure. And we're going to learn a lot about this team over the next couple of games, and we'll really know what they're made of then, because it's all well and good, middle season, you're smashing teams like Cardiff when not that it doesn't matter, when the pressure isn't really on. It's starting to come up now, isn't it? The finish line is in sight. You have to go do it.
It's crunch time, Darren. And look, going back to what you said there about Cardiff, we were at that, and that's the best Leeds game I was at, to see your team win 7-0 and haven't done it since, what was it, 1972?
72, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that was phenomenal. I liked the way you touched on that for a second. But, yeah, basically, we know that they can physically do it and technically do it. Each individual, down to Aronson, your Firpo, your Bogle, your Piro, every player is united and everyone is good on their base performances, coming in and out. But it's who has the heart, Darren, and that's coming thick and fast now at the end of the season. You know, as I said, they all have the physical aspect of it and the technical, but do they have the heart to get Leeds United across the line? And look, we're going to find out now very shortly, and I'm just hoping now, I'm not really solely worried about Burnley, Sunderland, or Sheffield United anymore.
We just
I
have to
can't
worry
really
about ourselves, Dylan, don't we? That's it. Like
exactly.
there's so
I
much, and
think
it was the same last season as well, wasn't it? It's just like
yeah,
what they're doing, what they aren't. We just need to
exactly.
focus on ourselves and win our games.
Darren, for me, I think, to be quite honest with you, I think if I'm thinking about the run in that Burnley have, Sheffield United have, or Sunderland have, to me, that's down on Leeds United, saying, oh, well, they still have to go to, that's putting a negative impact on Leeds United to say, well, we may not win and we may not get
Mm.
across the line. So I'm solely reliant on us. At the end of the day, we're top. If we win tomorrow, we continue with our goal difference, of course. Whether Sheffield United win or Burnley, it doesn't bother me as long as we keep going our
We
route
win our
and playing
games.
our game. I'm not
Yeah.
really so really worried. I'm not looking at the games. You could say you're lying, Dylan. You probably are, but I'm not. I'm not. It just gets to the point where I'm kind of saying to myself, if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. We're top, so it's based on if we're going to bottle it or not. Let's put it that way. We just need to focus on our own game. And look,
Yeah.
Darren, you hit the nail on the head a couple of months ago. The only one that can stop Leeds United from winning this whole thing is Leeds United.
Yeah.
So
We just need to concentrate on ourselves, and that
mm,
don't be worrying about Sheffield United and Burnley. We do our job, and essentially we'll go up, and like what you said, they've tough fixtures coming up, but we do as well, Dylan. We all do, and we know what this league is like. It can throw a spanner in the works at any given time, like exactly what it done on Sunday against Portsmouth when we were fully expecting a win. So yeah, we can't rest on our laurels, and we can't count our chickens yet before they're hatched. Myself and Dylan will be back for the watch along this week on Wednesday night. You see there in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, we will be live at 7:30. So make sure you pop into the watch along as well. It's always a good good bit of a laugh. We do a fan halftime phone in as well, where we drop the link in the chat. You guys get an opportunity then to come on to give us your halftime thoughts, and it's always a really, really good show.
It's
Even if
good
Leeds
crack.
United are losing, it's not going great. It does be a very, very good show. That brings us on to Dylan then, our predicted lineup. So myself and Dylan, we do this blind, and then we put it together at the last minute then before we do come on stream. So my
Same.
predicted lineup, changed it up a little bit, took Ilya Gruev out and put Rotwell in, and Dylan's gone with the exact same lineup as well. Dylan, let's just speak through it then a little bit, Dylan, because we've obviously the one that we've both changed there is Ilya Gruev. I think for us, Dylan, it's imperative that Joe Rotwell comes back into the team, because Ilya Gruev is he's been below par, hasn't he?
I didn't put Gruev in my team. I think I swapped Ramazani with Solomon. But no, you're right. I just think, we've been saying that he should be utilised for away games. Hasn't proven anything. Simply has not proven anything. I'm very annoyed with Gruev. Very annoyed, to be honest.
And I think, Dylan, it's impacted, not that it's own game, he's impacted Tanaka as well, hasn't he?
100%.
We've seen that anytime he's kind of played with Tanaka, it's kind of stifled his play a little bit as well, where you see when Tanaka's playing with Rotwell, he plays with a lot more freedom, and partnerships is built, and that's what teams is built on, is partnerships and chemistry and bonds. And that's probably the one midfield that I don't really like. And Tanaka and Gruev, I just don't think it's worked in there. And I just go back to that Burnley game, the 0-0 draw. It was slow and it was drab, and it just, for me, it doesn't work. So Joe Rotwell has to start.
I just think at times with Tanaka, he kind of just drop it back a little bit too much, and that's what Gruev is going to do. He's giving you that
both
box
of them are
to
doing
box.
it, aren't they? Yeah.
So it's just not being utilised. If you had played Gruev and left Tanaka on the bench and played Rotwell instead, we all kind of, what are you doing? Why are you taking Tanaka off? But as you said, the tempo that Rotwell brings to the team, and he gets the ball forward. Tanaka does that as well, but not when you have Gruev beside you. It's too defensively. Way too defensively.
Yeah, too defensive. Dylan, that brings us on then to our match predictions as well. What are you thinking? What are you going with this week?
I'm going to be positive, to be fair. But like I said on Charlie's chatting Leeds, I'm going to say 3-1. I was like Pirro, James, and I think Nanto's going to come on and score. It's going to be a big day under the lights Wednesday. I can already picture I predict Arroyo coming on at the end of the game, and the whole place uplifting, So I'm buzzing for that. But yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm probably a little bit more reserved than you, Dylan. I think we'll probably scrape a 1-0 win. I think we'll probably get an early one, and I think we'll see it out. And I think I wouldn't mind that, because I think that'll probably give the players, a good bit of confidence that we can do it. And just sometimes when you do scrape out them wins, like a hard fought kind of win, it gives you a good bit as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. I don't think Millwall are going to be an easy team. We've seen that this season twice that we've played them. So it ain't going to be an easy game, and they're going to come up to Elland Road in their numbers. They're going to want to upset the crowd as well, of course. Absolutely, they are. So, yeah, I see us having enough. We definitely have the quality to do it. And notoriously through the season, when we have been better, we have drawn games, we normally have bounced back. So I'm hoping that kind of does continue. And the last time we lost to Blackburn, we went on a 17-game unbeaten run. So we don't quite have to do that this time. All we have to do is 10. So let's hope Leeds do that, and we can go undefeated from the season. But I'm confident, because it's at Elland Road, and we've seen notoriously Leeds at Elland Road have been brilliant this season. Dylan, that's it for the match build-up. Any final words before we wrap it up?
No, just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as Darren said at the start. So close to that 2K. Still can't believe we're still doing this, thanks to all you guys. So yeah, thanks very much, and see you guys Wednesday.
Yeah, love it. Like what Dylan says, lads. Please slap a like on the video and hit subscribe for your life. Very, very close to that 2K mark. So it is over to you guys now. Let us know your predicted lineup in the comment box below, and let us know your match predictions as well. And we'll see you all Wednesday down for the watch along. We'll chat you all again soon. Mind yourselves and mind each other.